want to tell you the truth about a chapter of my life that for a very long time I didn't let anybody see. If you met me during the day, you saw this professional. I lead an organization. I work in the mental health and wellness space. It's my job to understand the brain and how it works. And I've spent most of my life helping people realize that they already hold the tools they need to be resilient. I could stand in a room of hundreds of people holding a microphone and help them find their own strength. But then the event would end and I would go home. And the reality of my life behind closed doors was radically different. For a long time, I was living with crippling panic disorder and agoraphobia. There was a time where I physically could not leave the house. I would stand at the door, my hands on the doorknob, and my body would just freeze. My heart would hammer against my chest. My vision would blur, and I'd feel like I was dying. The world outside that door felt impossible. I was helping everyone else while I personally was terrified to step into the world. And that created a deep, aching kind of loneliness. I felt if I let the mask slip, if I told anyone that I was shaking, that I would lose everything. I'm doing this series right now because I'm going through a massive life transition myself. And we are all walking into the holidays. This is supposed to be a season of connection, but for those of us in transition, it feels like a season of performance. You're about to walk into crowded rooms and smile for photos while your personal life feels like it's being rewritten. I know the feeling of being surrounded by people who love you and still feel completely alone. But this is where the beauty of loneliness comes in. For years, I treated that fear like a deficit. I thought, I am broken, I am failing, but I was wrong. It was actually a signal. Think of it like the check engine light in your car. You don't hate the car. You realize the car is actually trying to save you. My panic was my body screaming to me, Tally, the way you are living is just not sustainable. If the light hadn't flashed, I never would have stopped. I would have just kept faking it until I actually collapsed. Loneliness didn't break me. It actually woke me up. But waking up is only the first step. Once you finally stop and acknowledge the signal, I had to figure out what was triggering it. I realized that I wasn't just exhausted from the fear, I was drained because of the specific invisible weight I was carrying every single day. It's a weight that I guarantee some of you are carrying right now, especially if you have a season of change. And you probably are having trouble naming it. In the next episode, we are going to name the specific burden that is weighing you down. Join me for part 2 of The Beauty of the Truth.